Well, much to my dismay, my father has been dead for several years now, but he really was a major influence on my life. Thinking back just in the early days of teaching me a work ethic, and of course parents teach us things oftentimes without talking about it, but really about doing it. And so my father worked for the post office for most of his adult life. But he was really very intent on making sure that my brother and I had an education. He had not had a college education, and he was really clear that we had to have college educations. And so for much of my life, he worked 2 jobs to save money so that not only could my brother and I go to college, but that those college educations were paid for. So we were able to leave our undergraduate degrees without any debt. So I really appreciated being taught by example that work ethic. But I think the thing that I remember most about my father was his incredibly generous spirit. There was nothing that anybody could ask of my father that he wouldn't take time to do. I remember whether it was at church and taking some of the older women home from church, just stopping to see about the neighbors, but he had such a kind and generous spirit. And that's important, I think, today for me to remember, because in today's world, we are always in such a rush. We are always in such a hurry. So to be able to stop and take time with people who need just to spend a little time talking, to just know that somebody else is out there that cares for them. Oftentimes it's hard to have the time to do that. So when I think about my father, I think about no matter how busy he was, going from one job to a second job, he always took time to help people understand how important they were to him, how much he loved them, and how much he was willing to invest his life to make sure the quality of their lives was as good as they could be.